Hey everyone, and welcome to this explainer. Today we're unpacking a really powerful, sports-inspired coaching session to give you a rock-solid, definitive action plan for the second half of the year. Listen, if you've ever hit that wall, that mid-year slump where you feel like you're totally losing that January momentum, trust me, you are absolutely not alone. We're going to study some fascinating source material today from a high-performance business coaching session, and we'll break down exactly how you can turn things around right now. Let's get into it. All right. Here's our game plan for today. We're looking at a structured playbook anchored by a Hall of Fame college baseball coach's 3 golden rules. First, we'll hit the halftime reset. Then we'll dive into Coach Rhodes' 3 timeless rules. Rule 1, have fun. Rule 2, stick together. And Rule 3, play like a champion. And finally, we'll wrap it all up with your actionable second half playbook. Section 1, the halftime reset, studying your game film. Because, let's be real, before you can plan your next play, you've got to understand exactly where you are on the field. Okay, I want you to ask yourself this really powerful question. What if we entered the second half of the year with the exact same energy as January 1st? Seriously, think back to your New Year's resolutions, that fresh start, that sheer, unstoppable enthusiasm. The source material emphasizes that July, or honestly the halfway mark of any season, is a conscious opportunity to harness that exact same energy. You absolutely don't have to wait for January to roll around again to hit the reset button. You can choose right now to shake off that deflation and realize there is still plenty of time left on the clock to crush your targets. So how do we do that? Well, top performers use what's called the KISS method to study their game film and make vital in-game adjustments. You see, the greats, the top-tier professionals, they don't just blindly go through the motions until the season ends. No, they watch the tape. Ask yourself this right now. What do I need to keep doing? What do I need to be more intentional about? What must I stop doing immediately? And what do I need to start doing? If you actually sit down and journal this out, you literally kick every excuse to the curb because you're creating this heightened awareness of the precise adjustments you need to make. Moving in to our rules. Rule 1, have fun. Now, this is a rule that is so incredibly easy to forget when the pressure is on. It reminds us that getting tense, like an 11-year-old white-knuckling a baseball bat, actually ruins your swing. Have you ever stopped to consider what it's actually like to be around you? When you lose the joy in your work, you develop what's known as commission breath. It's that noticeable aura of desperation people sense when a professional is overly anxious and solely focused on securing a sale. In business, when you're stressed and just white-knuckling your daily tasks, people can smell that desperation from a mile away, and it actively repels them. When you aren't having fun, you come across as slimy, tense, and just way too salesy. You've got to loosen up your grip if you want to make a solid hit. The crucial takeaway here is to loosen up and find your natural rhythm, because a genuine smile is literally a magnet for your business. As author Andy Andrews puts it, the secret to success is to smile when you talk. Even over the phone, people can completely hear if you're smiling. A smile is a curve that sets everything straight, right? By bringing the fun factor back and operating in a way that naturally gives you energy rather than draining it, you'll stop repelling people and start attracting them. All right, rule 2, stick together. Basically, don't be a lone wolf. In an industry that offers so much freedom and flexibility, you really can't afford to isolate yourself if you want to scale your success. Now, check out how champions reframe accountability. Amateurs hear the word accountability and they run in the opposite direction because they just equate it to a boss micromanaging them. But champions, they sprint towards it. They realize accountability isn't a punishment. It's a caring mechanism. For a champion, it's about holding up a mirror to see if the audio matches the video. In other words, are your daily actions actually aligning with the big goals you claim you want to achieve? To make sure you're truly sticking together, you've got to actively cultivate these 5 vital relationship buckets in your professional life. First up, your personal board of directors. These are your trusted peers who keep it real with you and always have your back. Second, a mentor. Someone who's essentially lived 3 lives and accomplished what you desire, who you can consult monthly with targeted questions. Third is an accountability partner, your daily check-in buddy to share wins and targets with. Fourth, a coach that you meet with weekly to refine your game. And finally, number 5, your community. That's the pack you run with. At the end of the day, we're pack animals, and business is just infinitely more effective and way more fun when we do it together. Which brings us to rule 3, play like a champion. So what does it actually mean to embed elite-level champion DNA into your daily life? Let's take a look. Here is that champion DNA. First off, a true champion practices with game day intensity, or at game speed. When they role play or prep a presentation, they don't just go through the motions, they go all out, so the actual game feels easy. They also maintain uncomfortably high standards, and they commit to collaboration rather than just fiercely competing. They embrace grit. But perhaps most importantly, much like a World Cup soccer player who gets knocked down, they cultivate a remarkably short memory and a quick recovery time. Think about it. When someone tells you no or a deal blows up, how long are you sore for? Champions shake it off, flush it, and move on immediately to the next opportunity. There's also this huge work-life shift to consider. A key mentor in our source material gives some absolutely crucial advice about sacrifice. Champions might sacrifice certain things, sure, but they never sacrifice their core values or their families. The shift is prioritizing quality time over quantity time. Rather than sitting on the couch for 4 hours completely distracted by a phone, champions focus on creating highly present, impactful core memories with their families in just an hour or two. It's a total mindset shift from obsessing over the number of hours to laser focusing on the sheer quality of that time. All right, Section 5, your second half playbook. Now it's time to translate all this mindset and theory into a tangible 6-month action plan. How do we take everything Coach Rhodes taught and apply it directly to our daily schedules? 12. That is your magic number. According to the coaching session, this is your baseline target, securing 12 additional closings or major transactions before the clock runs out on the year. It's a very specific, actionable target for a 6-month sprint. Now, to actually hit that goal of 12, you need a daily rhythm. Not some rigid, stress-inducing habit that makes you robotic, but a smooth rhythm, kind of like a batter staying loose in the box. The Playbook recommends this daily 5-5-5-5 social media strategy for lead generation. Every day, send 5 direct messages, send 5 friend requests, leave 5 likes or reactions, and write 5 meaningful comments. It's engaging, it's consistent, and it keeps you in the flow. And you execute this right alongside checking in with your accountability partners and investing just 15 minutes a day in skill development, whether that's reading, role-playing, or watching a training video. Here's the final question. Are you going to play all in, or just go through the motions? Did you know the word decide literally means to kill off? Just like pesticide means to kill off pests, making a real decision means killing off your other options. You are killing off doubt, fear, and mediocrity. So I'm leaving you with this final provocative challenge for the remaining working days of the year. Will you finally kill off your complacency, commit fully to the process, and play like a champion?